Do you want your Suica model to go from this to this? Well, you're in luck because in today's video, I'll be breaking down exactly how to do this step by step. So buckle up my angels and take notes for today's video all about Suica and the outfit toggle. I also want to preface this by saying I believe this would also work for other customizable models so long as you have access to the art meshes. Maybe one day I can buy other customizable models and make another detailed video on those. But for now, I'm just going to stick with the Suica model, which can be purchased on both Coffee or VGen for around $130 USD. First, you want to find an outfit toggle. The one I am using can be found on Etsy. You can also find some on Booth for cheap, but I typically find most of my outfits on Etsy. These are a cheap alternative and typically don't cost any more than $15 to $20. Once you find one that you like, the next thing you want to do is to go into Vtube Studio. Once you're at Vtube Studio, make sure the model that you want to use is selected. Next, what you want to do is to navigate to the settings, go to model settings up here at the top, and then go down to customize model and hit customize multiply/screen color for art meshes. We're going to click it and select. You might want to be patient with this area because the file might be a little too large for your computer to load, so it might take a minute. So just hit select a couple of times and it should load. Now this part is going to take you a while because the Suica model is a chunky file and everything is split off. So you want to make sure all of the model meshes are turned off besides the neck, the hair, and the face. So for example, how I would go about making these meshes disappear is I will do this as an example. You're going to decrease the opacity, and this will make all of your layers disappear. And obviously, I'm not going to do that for all of these because that would be against community guidelines. But all of these layers from the neck down, you're going to have to go through and decrease the opacity of. Now, making the neck portion visible or like decreasing the opacity on it is optional. Most outfits on Etsy come with a neck toggle, which we will go over later on. So if you want to keep the neck, you can for now. You can always go back in and edit the meshes again to get rid of the neck, but I choose to keep the neck on my model as it just blends better for my model. Now is the part in the video to where I'm going to tell you to pause and to go through all of these art meshes and decrease the opacity of them. And once you're done toggling all of the opacities off, you're going to want to hit OK, and I have already done this, so I don't need to go through it. Once you're down to just your neck portion, what you're going to want to do next is to go into the expression editor and to create a toggle for your head so you don't have to do this again. And don't worry, if I were to switch my hair toggles, then I could do so and I would remain a floating head. I wouldn't have to go and redo my invisible, like decreasing the opacity for every single toggle that I have. It automatically does it for all the toggles that you have. To record our floating head here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to scroll all the way down here in expression editor. I have a lot of toggles, I apologize. And then hit the plus icon. And this is where you would name it head, neck, whatever you would want. Hit hotkey action. You're going to scroll until you find art mesh color preset. Select it. Then you're going to record settings, and this will lock in the art mesh that you have here. Now I already have this toggle, so I would delete it, but you would save it and record a keybind for it. I personally also put this on my keyboard so that it is a easier toggle for me to do if I don't have access to my Stream Deck. Now, another thing that we're going to do while we're in here is if you've already created a lot of toggles for your Suica model, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come in here to all of your main toggles that you use, and you're going to select one. I've already done these for all 4 of what we're about to do, and I'll show you. So we're going to select this model, for example. So this is my space bun stuff, and you're going to scroll down until you find angle Z, And you're going to want to turn this toggle on and make sure it's on 0. And since I already have this turned on, it's going to be up here for me. But if you don't have it turned on already, you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and it should roughly be located around this section here. You would just turn it on and it would automatically go back up here. And once that's toggled on, this is just so that your outfits stick to your neck better and there isn't as much clipping and it follows your neck. So once you're done with that, you're going to hit save. And once again, we would do this for all the toggles for your Suica model that you have, mainly just being the model toggles. I wouldn't do this with the blush or anything. It's just the bodies. Hit done. Now you could go back and turn angle Z off to make it to where your animation is at default again. But honestly, I don't notice a drastic difference when I leave it on. So I just leave mine on at all times. That way I don't have to go back into all of my models and turn it on and off again. Whatever you want to do, that is up to you. You can totally go into every model that you have and turn the angle Z back off. But again, it's up to you. Now for the fun, less serious work. What you're going to want to do is to go into your Etsy profile and download the outfit toggle that you bought at the beginning of the video. Once you have downloaded the file, it will come here to your download file. I have already downloaded all of my outfits that I want, and I really don't want to have to go through my outfits and re-download them, but they would come in a zipped file much like this one. So we are going to use this one as an example. You would right click on the zipped file and you would extract it, and once it's extracted you would copy the extracted file and you would navigate down to live 2D models in your Vtube studio file section. You can find these through Steam or just navigating through your files through your PC, whichever is easier for you. Now I already have mine pinned to quick access, so I would just paste the copied file that we just copied into the live 2D model sections here. Now I will also give you guys another tip. Once you locate your Vtube studio files, I pinned to quick access my Suica texture files and my item files to my quick access so that I don't have to go through my PC or my Steam all the time to access these. I go through here and I edit a lot, so having these pinned to quick access is a massive help. Now, once you have done that and moved your outfit to your live 2D models, what you're going to want to do next is to change your VTS model to the outfit that you downloaded. So we will do this one as an example. Once you have loaded your outfit toggle here, what you're going to want to do is to go into settings and expression editor. And this is where all of your toggles would be. So if I didn't want the collar here, I'll actually take that away. I could add my bag. I could pop up my drink. And more importantly, I can toggle my neck like we were talking about earlier. This typically I struggle with pinning to my model. So I don't use this, but you can. And that's where you would make your neck decrease in opacity on your model and save the art meshes in the toggle that we created earlier, so you don't have to do it again. I also want to mention that you can do the same thing for this outfit that we did for our Suica model, and you can go into model settings, customize model, and select art meshes, and you can play around with these meshes as well. And the only thing I did was decrease the opacity for the back of the scarf here. That way it doesn't look so weird on my model when I pin it. Once you're done editing your toggles, what you're going to want to do next is to close out of here, go into your item settings, and then you're going to want to load current model as live 2D item, hit select, okay, and save. And then you're going to want to take this copy and chunk it in the trash. After you throw it away, you're going to come back to your Suica model. Once your Suica model has loaded back, you're going to go back into your item settings and find the outfit that you loaded in and select it. I put it on the first layer here and I hit OK. This will pop it up. Now I've already messed around and got it to where my hair falls in behind or up in front of the toggle here. But how you would go about doing that is you're going to want to press and hold onto the outfit. Go to front section goes here. And you would just play around with the art meshes here once again to get them to where you prefer your hair to sit. So I could move it back here and just this portion of my hair would show up. Or if I wanted my side hair to pop up over the outfit, I would just select the art meshes once again until all of my hair that I want pops up in front of the outfit. Once you're done, you will hit done and OK. Once you mess around with your hair and get it to your liking, we're going to make this outfit a toggle. So we're going to do a item scene for hotkeys, create a new scene. I have already done this, so we're going to look mine up. I saved it underneath this name. And these are all the toggles that I have selected at this time or deselected. And I would just select the one toggle that I want, hit save and OK. And then we would go back into settings, back into expression editor, scroll all the way down. You would hit the plus icon again, hit hotkey action, and then you would go to toggle item scene, hit select, and then you would go into item scene and you would look up the toggle that you created for your outfit. You would click on it, hit select, and record it to your designated key combination. And again, I have already done this, so I am not worried about it. I won't save it, but you would save this. And that is it. You have successfully made an outfit toggle for your Suika model. Now, before we end the video, I will say this to let you in on a few more secrets. If you have a tablet laying around, I would download Stream Deck and make shortcuts for your headless toggle and your outfits so you don't have to bind them to your keyboard. This is something I can make another video about and how I did my toggles for my model if that is something you guys would be interested in. But please let me know if you found this video useful, hit the like and subscribe button, and it really helps me out, and lets me know if you want more content like this. With that, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Hit if you don't have this, we'll just start over. I would delete